On this episode, I talk to you about designing achievable goals, how to design a truly achievable goal, and how to create your own financial umbrella, which by far is one of my favorite financial tools. Let's get started.
Joining us this morning is Edward Sanchez, president of Money Sharp.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Money Sharp Show. I'm Edward Sanchez, and we are now on episode number 16. So glad to have you back. We're talking about a number of different, very important things. We're switching the format around, okay? So I've got Nick with me, and what we're doing is I'm working on this, guys, so your feedback will be helpful. We're trying to figure out how I can do this without speaking to the camera. I'm trying to speak to you, but I want to make sure that I'm getting the information across to you in the best format possible. So I'm actually going to try this and just have a direct conversation about these specific topics. All right? So Nick and I are going to go back and forth, and then you'll let us know how it goes. If you like it, if that format works for you. If not, we'll go back to the other one where I'm almost shouting at the camera, but we'll try this. Okay? So with the first financial tip or strategy that we're working on is creating your own financial umbrella. Now, this is essential for many different reasons. When I talk to my clients, most of them, when I ask them what it means for them to be financially secure, what do you need to feel financially secure? And instantly they go to $1 million, right? I need $1 million. Once I get $1 million, then I'll feel financially secure. Well, but let's break it down, because one, that's not too achievable. I'm not here to tell you that you can't create that. Of course you can. But let's break it down. Let's find what it is you need, what you want, and let's reverse engineer it, right? So what I do is look at your budget. If for any reason you are out of work, either your company moves overseas, or jobs are being cut, or there's a recession, which it's coming, guys. The market's way too high. There's a bubble coming. That's a different video. But there are going to be many major pain points and market adjustments in the next 12 to 24 months. But so let's say that you're out of work, and you're out of work for 6 months, or you're out of work for 8 months. Okay, when you're out of work, you're basically in triage. You just got notice that you're not going back to work, and you still have to pay out your mortgage, your utilities, your groceries, all of that. You got to pay that next month. So we have to start prioritizing immediately. Medical bills can wait to get paid. Credit cards can wait to get paid. Student loans can wait to get paid. And I'll tell you that in saying that, I recognize that's going to have an impact on your credit score. Okay? But at this point, where we're looking at self-preservation, we want to protect your credit score. Come on in. So, okay, they're not going to join us. They're not ready. So, the question is, do you want to preserve your credit score, or do you want to preserve money? Well, in this instance, you're trying to preserve your livelihood. You're trying to keep a roof over your head, right? So let's look at what's essential. Your mortgage or your rent, your insurance, food on the table, car payment. So we got a car in the driveway, and your vehicle insurance, okay? And your health insurance. What did I leave out? Any miscellaneous loans, any credit cards, any student loans, any medical bills, and any of the fluff. So if we look at your financial footprint and what you spend on a monthly basis, let's say it's $4,200 per month. If we strip all that down and we only have roof over your head, car in the driveway, food on the table, utilities, and your insurances, that goes from $4,200 all the way down to maybe $2,900. Okay? So that is what I call your monthly necessities balance. So instead of multiplying $4,200 times 3, because I want you to have 3 months of your monthly expenses available to you, we're going to take $2,900. Okay? So we're going to take $2,900, multiply that by 3. That's going to take us to $6,700. No, that's not 3. It's just $9,003. $8,700. $2,900 times 3, $8,700. So that means that come hell or high water, if you've got that in your savings, okay, and you're out of work, you've got 3 months reserved to bail yourself out. Okay, so if your boss tells you this Friday's your last day, I'm really sorry, we got to let you go, you have 3 months of breathing room to find that next job. And you don't necessarily have to grab the first thing that comes up. You're going to have an opportunity to maybe turn down that first offer and be more aggressive and look for the next one. Now, ultimately, if you're able to build a 6-month reserve, is even better. Now, nobody builds a 3-month reserve overnight, much less a 6-month reserve. But let's do the math. If you had $8,700 is 3 months, so we're looking at $17,000 is 6 months, and then $25,000 for 9 months. Okay. If you work it into your budget, when you're aggressively paying down your debt, but you're also building up your savings, you can build up that reserve. So what would life be like if you knew that even in the worst case scenario, you're out of work, you had 6 months reserve in your budget? That would make a difference in your outlook on a daily basis, right? So you're driving to work and it's, you're in 6 a.m. traffic and you're 5 lanes wide of everyone's disgruntled and pissed off because it's Monday morning. But here you are driving to work and you don't have the worries or the stress that most other people do because you have the ability to bail yourself out. And that is true financial security. So it changes your day-to-day operations, the quality of your living on a daily basis. It has an impact. So now you go to work and you don't have the same stresses that everybody else has. Now you can be a better servant to others because I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to provide you with as many tools and resources and education as I can. So I'm here for you. I'm here to serve my employees. I work really to build and create greater opportunities for the people around me. So when you're able to focus on the person that you're working for, the client, the customer, whomever that is, versus yourself, that improves the quality of your work. Well, that means that ultimately you get promoted faster. And if you're not promoted faster, then your competitor wants to scoop you up and they want to take you over to have you work for them. So you get to be able to create a better daily performance and improve your daily ability to really achieve what your ultimate goals are, just by creating that financial security. So again, when I talk to a client, I say, well, how much do you need to feel financially secure? And they say $1 million. We start doing the math and we find out it's really $8,700 or just $17,000. Let me bring that down, because on a scale wise, right? So here's $1 million. Here's $17,000. There's a very big difference between one and the other. So when we look at creating or designing achievable goals, is this. So many people say, I want to be a millionaire. Do you want to be a millionaire, or is that just what you see on TV or what you hear other people say? Or do you want to feel financially secure? And I know that $17,000 isn't going to mean that you've made it in life and now you feel like, okay, we can stop now. I've got $17,000 in the account. But what happens is this: when I see clients build up that reserve and build up their savings, now they recognize on a daily basis when they're making these transactions, do I want to get it now? Do I want to buy this item? I'm at the checkout aisle, those impulse purchases, they now have another face. So either grab this or I continue to build my savings, which is greater security. When most people, when they don't have an alternative phase here, it doesn't resonate. It doesn't hit with them when they're looking at, well, I should make this impulse purchase. I should buy this now, right? What's stopping them from buying it now? Because there isn't another side of the coin. But when they know that if they don't make the impulse purchase, they can push that towards their savings, towards their financial security. Now they're stronger. Their will is strengthened in deciding where that money is better going to serve them. So that's the idea. So if we're looking at designing achievable goals, it's not saying I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire, and we don't even know have a way, tools, strategies, education, or training to get there, versus saying I want financial independence, I want some financial security. And that security comes in, let's measure this out. What is it going to mean? So we build up the $8,700, then we build up the $1,700, then we get to $25,000, and we know that you can bail yourself out. And building up that savings, getting up to $8,700 could take a year, could take 18 months. Even if it took 24 months to get yourself that security, for the vast majority of Americans that don't have the ability to handle a $400 emergency, we're talking about the average American cannot afford to handle, not the average American, I think the number was greater than 50% of Americans could not handle a $400 emergency if it happened today. And that was a research study that was reported on, I think it was in USA Today, just recently. So if we're looking at that, where half of America can't handle a $400 emergency, and here you are with $8,700 in reserve to bail yourself out, then I think you're ahead of the game. And now you really feeling less of the stress and pressures that your manager, your coworkers, or your boss, or everyone else is feeling. And if they had the same thing, that same financial security in their lives, maybe they'd be less irritable or less stressed and all of these things. So that carries over, and that's the financial security I want for you. So we're going to put this together now. We've got creating achievable goals, which again, financial security doesn't necessarily have to be $1 million. It could be less than $9,000 to get started, right? And then from there we continue to build on. And your financial umbrella is based on having a 3-month reserve, the first benchmark. The second benchmark is a 6-month reserve, and then a 9-month and a 12-month reserve. But of your necessity expenses, your necessities, not everything, right? We're not going to include the student loan payment. We're not going to include the credit card payments. We're not going to include the medical bills and everything else that's in there, because that can double your monthly footprint. We only want to have the necessities and have those in. So that's where we are, guys. This is episode number 16. Yeah, 16. Leave your comments below. I want to know what's working for you and what you're trying. And we'll see you in the next episode. As always, I want to thank Dr. Wayne Dyer. May God bless your soul. Anthony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk. I'll see you in the next episode.
Make your money sharp.